It's up, beautiful people. Happy Friday. Okay, I just wanted to send out a lot of love to everyone and definitely a lot of sunshine from no one other than your little ray of sunshine. I love you. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Please remember to be safe. Remember to have compassion for others. Remember your worth. And please never go judging your worth by anybody else's measurements or rulers, because why? Theirs doesn't count at all. So be safe out there. Have compassion. Show love. Spread positivity. Have kindness. Just pay it forward any type of way. It doesn't have to be financially, but I challenge everybody today to pay it forward some type of way. So that's the challenge for today. And the motivation is remembering your worth and don't go taking discounts ever. Stop giving people control over your life, because that's like the least thing that you want to do is give control over your life to someone else. Never allow a person to control your emotions, because when they control your emotions, then that leads to a lot of things that can cause a lot of stress and things that you may not want. So never give a person control over your emotions. Remember to have boundaries. Remember to learn that it's okay to say no. Remember that it is okay to not be okay. It is okay not to be okay. Like for me, every day I'm thankful for, but it doesn't mean mentally that it's a good day. So, be okay with people not being okay. Everybody is not you. You can't expect people to feel how you feel or be what you want them to be. People can only be who they are. Stop trying to change people, because that's not your job. That's an inside job. So if anyone wants to change, it should be that they're doing it for themselves, to better themselves, and to be a better version of themselves. But it should never be for a person specifically. Like, I'm going to change so that this person can love me, or I'm going to change so I can, hang out with this person. Let me tell you, honey, I have learned in life at 50 years old, 50 years young, that the people who are for you are for you. There's nothing that you can do to change that. And the people that are not for you, then that's just not your people. You should never have to change who you are as a person, unless you really fucked up. Excuse the tone of the language, but if you're a horrible person and evil, hateful, that's something different. That's between you and God, though. But still, be yourself and don't try to change it. I love all of my uniqueness, all of my quirkiness, all of my outspokenness, all of my flamboyantness. Everything about me that makes me unique, because God created me, and my ancestors are keeping me. So I love you. Be safe. Check on your friends. Check on the people that isolate themselves. because that's never a good sign. When people start isolating themselves, that can either be that they're dealing with depression, or that they are going through a battle, a silent battle that they may not want to talk about. But it's okay to check on them. It is okay to reach out to them. Like, that should be something that we normalize, like reaching out and checking on our friends, our family members, because, you know, we talk about mental illness, but that's not like a topic that is really spoken about so openly. People are trying to do it more now, but it's still not acceptable as, you know, and normal, with all the problems that people are facing and all the mental illness and things that people are dealing with and going through and have been. It's crazy that in this day and age, 2024, that speaking about mental illness is still a touchy subject. That's why I try to be so transparent about my struggles with depression, which I know is just of the devil, because God has a even better and bigger plan for me. And so when God has a plan made out specifically for you, like that's your purpose, that is what you've been called to do, the devil will always attack you. So my depression doesn't come from, it's just the attacks of the devil. It's not like I'm dealing with, you know, like things that I used to, because I've learned to start being open. Because at one time I suffered in silence for so long. Like, I didn't talk about it. You know, when my mother went to prison, I ended up in foster homes. You know, I was kind of isolated and I wasn't treated the same. And so those 10 years were probably the most difficult of my life. For my mother to leave me at 14, and by the time she got out, I was 24 years old. I was an adult. I had children. But depression was definitely something that I dealt with and faced, you know, and, you know, sometimes those things just don't go away. You know, you can't just forget things like that. You know, being there, witnessing the murder, those things don't just go away. So that's why some days are not good days for me, because sometimes those things just, you know, cross my mind. And, you know, I'm getting better. You know, I have help. I'm speaking with, you know, someone to help me, to guide me through, someone that's able to make me realize my triggers, so that I don't fall into those, you know, categories of shutting down and isolating myself and closing the world off, because that's just that's how I learned to deal with things when my mother went to prison. Not to mention, you know, my abusive ex-husband, and then being raped, you know, in my 30s. Like, you just, you know, you build a wall around yourself. So again, mental illness is real, and it should be something that people are able to talk about. So that is my motivation and inspiration for today, that life goes on and that you can get through anything. You just have to put God first and call on your ancestors as well, because they're definitely also helping guide you through life. I love you.